Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 233, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86, here again to give you that Sunday review, guys. Yes. And the film I got for you guys today is a film from 2006. This film was released originally, I believe, in the second season of the After Dark Horror Fest 8 Films to Die For series. So, yeah, this is one of the 8 films to die for. And it goes by the title of The Abandoned. Yes, I also know this film for another reason. This is actually the feature length directorial debut of Nacho Cerdà, who, if you haven't heard of him before, he'd done a few short films previous before he did this film. And actually, one of them is titled Aftermath. If you see this released from Untitled Films, this involves his 3 short films that he did previous for this film. And those films are very interesting in the way they're looked and shot. Aftermath itself is, like a kind of like it's a definitely not for everyone, that short film, especially with the subject matter that goes on within it. Now, back into The Abandoned. I was very curious to check this out when I found out that it was from the same director as Aftermath. So, I checked it out, and the main plot of this one, we're introduced to our main character, Marie, who ends up going to Russia because, as we find out as the plot thickens, Marie was actually an orphan who was adopted, and Russia was actually where her family came from originally. And we find out that she actually inherited this house from her mother, and we find out more secrets as the film progresses. And she ends up going to this house, which is on this very subsided, like island-like area. And there's some weird things start happening once she gets to this house. For starters, she's not alone. She ends up finding a man named Nikolai, who, as we come to find out, is actually Marie's long-lost twin brother who was separated at birth from horrific events that started at this house. And now that they're back, the house does not want them to leave because it wants them to relive and reclaim them, pretty much. And it's pretty much up to them to try to figure out the mystery of the house and what's going on and try to survive the house as the film progresses. So that's pretty much the gist of the main plot of this one, without going too crazy into it. Now, my thoughts on the film. I didn't know what to expect from this because of it being like from a director of one of the most disturbing short films I ever seen. But it's very different film. So if you aren't a fan of Aftermath and you haven't seen this film because of that, I say check this one out. This is definitely not like an extreme, disturbing, cinema, type of film. This is in very much the essence of Lucio Fulci film in a way, because of the use of nightmare logic like Phantasm and Fulci's Gates of Hell trilogy. And it's a very justifiable way of the way they do this story and the way they explain it as the film progresses. And there's some very creepy moments within it. The 2 main actors of this film, let's see, what's the name of our main actress? Anastasia Hilly, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I probably butchered the hell out of it. And we have Carol Rogan, who I recognize from, he was in Hellboy and Frankenstein's Army, to name a few films I recognize him. They do a tremendous job because most of the majority of the film is these 2 actors. There is some other supernatural things about in the film, which I don't want to really give away because it kind of gives away the outcome of certain events of the film also. But I do like how they build up to the Suspiria, the suspense. I mean, not Suspiria. What am I talking about? The suspense, thrilled climax of this film, because it's very haunted, and just the way that the film has this great atmosphere throughout it. It's shot very well, and it has a tremendous feel to it. It's just a tremendous film. I personally fell in love with this film when I started it. It has like a very creepy atmosphere throughout it, which I highly enjoyed, and it's one that I think a lot of people that I don't hear about. It's one that uh, I know a lot of people. I know like a few people that I know recommended this film through like watching their videos and stuff, but it's one that I wanted to check out for the longest time, and I never got a chance to, and it's a shame because it's a very solid film. For special features, not much. There is a making of featurette, which I haven't checked out yet. I actually still have the film in my player. I'm gonna throw it on and check out the special features. But it's widescreen. Two audios and subtitles. That's pretty much the gist of special features, which is a shame for like some of these releases because sometimes you do want to know more about certain films. But yeah, I highly recommend The Abandoned. If I had to rate it, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's a beautifully shot, atmospheric, supernatural film with tremendous performances. Like I said, you follow two actors for most of the movie, so it's up to them to stride, and some good like gore and stuff too in this one, which also brings it back to Fulci, and it's very awesome. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for The Abandoned. Highly recommend it. All right, guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week with another one for you guys. Peace out.